What is up, everybody? I'm Courtney.
I'm me, baby.
Hey. Guys,
I tend to have that effect on
I went to the store today.
people.
Anthony, we live, baby. We live.
Anthony, boy.
Anthony, we've been talking about you, Anthony. Ain't gonna lie.
Damn, Anthony.
You know, Anthony joined us. He's a young guy. He's one of our tour guides, guys. Best dressed hobo, one of our tour guides.
He's a young lad.
Top tier tour guides. We got the best.
What did you do to the camera?
I don't know. I tried to fix it.
I feel like I'm not in here.
You're in here.
That's because you all the way over here. Scoot over.
I am. God, you do not need to be in the center.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, guys. So they are top tier. We got the really best tour guides, the best around.
It's going to be the greatest.
It's going to be the greatest tour. What is going on with that man's toupee lately?
I don't know. Oh, I thought you was talking about the mannequin.
No, we are not talking about these mannequins. Sean has these mannequins, guys. Whatever. Love the crystals in the candle court. Oh, thank you. Those crystals, and for those of you that are interested, you're discombobulated. The crystals in all of our candles, guys, are charged through. Yeah, they are live. They are charged through a full lunar cycle. For those of you that don't know, look it up. Daryl Paulette, shout out to the spirits of Clover Hill Village and the spirits of Appomattox.
Daryl, phone app Paulette. What's up, Daryl? Miss you, brother.
But yeah, guys, I went to the store earlier and I got a Three Musketeers. I haven't had one of those in like a year.
I was looking at it like I haven't even seen one of those rappers in a long time. What is a Three Musketeers?
I don't know, but it's hidden right now.
It's slapping.
It's riding to the beat.
For real, yo.
Here you go. There's your bite. I'm not a big sweets person.
Yeah, you are.
No.
You always look, y'all. In our office downtown, there's like Skittles.
But look at how long that they're gonna be there.
Not long as I be grabbing.
Okay, so who's the sweets person now? You're admitting on live, baby.
I'm not even supposed to have that kind of stuff.
You steal my Skittles. Air popped Skittles or freeze popped or freeze dried or some kind of crap, guys.
Pop goes the Skittles.
Anyway, wait for a few more people to tune in. Guys, I'll get straight to the nitty gritty. Hill City Tours is live, baby. We are live. We have 2 lantern led ghost walks. Do not get it twisted, guys. This is not your jump scare. Oh my gosh, there's somebody hiding and lurking in the shadows. Ghost walk. This is 80% history and 20% lore. All of our stories, guys, are eyewitness accounts, people from the neighborhood, things that have been told to us over the years, people that we have stopped and questioned, stories, and things like that. So you are going to want to, if that's more up your alley, you're going to want to head to hillcityafterdark.com, book your tour every Friday and Saturday. Both of them leave out from downtown Lynchburg at 8 p.m. We've got Ghosts on Gallows Hill.
The Jost.
And Echoes on the Avenue. 2 opposite ends of town, but both of them are around downtown. So Ghosts of Gallows Hill starts at the courthouse, old courthouse steps. And Echoes on the Avenue starts from the Miller Clater House. Anthony said 80% history, 20% lore, and 1,000% fun. Some would say it's the best damn ghost tour in downtown Lynchburg. I love that. I love that. Then I can't leave out my man Anthony over here. My man Anthony, arrogant son of a tobacco baron. This is his town, guys, and he's going to tell you his story. His town. On our haunted pub crawl. So if you like some spirits with your spirits, if you know what I mean. That was my dad joke for the day. You want to jump on our haunted pub crawl. That leaves out every Friday at 7:30 p.m. from downtown Lynchburg. Get your tickets, secure your spot. They fill up quick. Pub crawl, hottest in town. And the only one in town. Anthony said it's his town. But Hobo secretly runs it. By the way, guys, if you are looking for a hobo to hire, you can go at on our site, www.hillcityafterdark.com, and hire you a hobo. Rumor has it he hangs out with the ghosts on Gallows Hill.
We have hobos for hire, y'all.
Hobos for hire.
Hobos for hire.
I was hoping a few more people would jump in.
We're leaving one out though.
Who we leave him? Taylor.
Yeah.
What's up? Mike Castro. Guys, I'm going to shout him out too.
We got a lot of love for this guy.
Got a lot of love for Mike Castro. Guys, that is the most hustling dude I know.
And he's pretty solid. That's a pretty solid guy.
All right.
I'll give it to him, man. You don't run across many solid folks in this field.
At all. At all.
But I will say, if y'all like our beautiful website,
Taylor boy.
if you like our beautiful website and y'all enjoying the way it looks, hit up Mr. Castro over there, man. Like,
yep.
Again, dude is it's pretty solid, man. He always looks angry though. Why, Mike? Why you always look so angry?
Yep, because he died.
Hey,
not Mike.
Mike's the homie though. Like,
right.
Mike's the homie. Like, y'all go check him out. If y'all like our beautiful banner that we put up, it's not us that created it. It is Mr. Castro.
Right. Graphic design, for architectural, environmental, whatever, creative design,
photography,
videography,
movie, action hero,
the whole nine. Dangers, plural, .design. Hit him up, guys.
I would say I twist his arm and try to get him to help us with some events here in Lynchburg, but
we don't have to twist very far.
He's a
he sets his defense mechanism.
He's one of them tough guys, and he's wiry, so it'd be hard to grab him and hold him. So, Mike, please, let's do some work together, brother.
Mike, man. Dangers .design. Dangers is plural.
Y'all go check him out, though. That dude.
What's up, Andrew?
He is legit.
Sorry. Howie.
Dr.
Odell.
We got a doctor in the house. Dr. Owen. Shout out ASPS. And we're going to take the time to shout out the Rift Nation Network.
That's right.
Y'all go check them out.
He said, let's do it. Yep.
My brother.
That was my next announcement, guys. You might notice a little bit something different on our banner. We are proud to announce that we are sponsored by the Rift Nation Network, guys. So, head on over right after this show, 9 p.m., the freaking awesome paranormal show. They are a part of the Rift Nation Network. They've got some excellent podcasts, I believe 7 days a week, y'all.
That's a good network over there.
So check them out. Check them out.
They got some good podcasts this over there.
Brian Elder, the best guitar player in this side of the country.
Mr. Elder, good to see you, man. I haven't talked to him in a while.
That's right.
That's my man right there. That's a good dude.
Brian, I have a confession, though. I inadvertently called you elderberry yesterday.
Elderberries are healing.
They are. Sean said he was thinking about doing a new project. I said, Sean, hit up elderberry.
yeah, Brian. I was like, I need a new intro song for the podcast. Y'all put in the comments, should I keep Dig My Grave or should we create something different? If I do, Mr. Elder, I'm gonna hit you up.
I should put in the comment because it'll comment 3 times from 3 different platforms. I think we need a new intro song, guys. I 1000% always will stand behind Sean and his creativity when it comes to music. But anyway.
Look, I was just today, I had, those y'all know I work in the medical field. I had to take some people to the doctor. And
I love that. I
was sitting in the doctor's office and the nurse walked in. Wasn't even the nurse that was dealing with us. And she was like, do you still play music? I was like, man, I've been asked that like 10 times already.
It's your calling, bro. Who let the dogs out? Who let the hobo out?
I think I'm gonna hit the old crew up. I'm gonna get Mr. LT together. Hopefully Elder will join me. Chuck. We don't have a drummer no more, but my old drummer said he would come up here from South Carolina, Mr. Lonnie Soul Tone.
If you give me some pots and pans, I can drum.
Yeah, we might have to put together a new song for the podcast. Even though I like Dig My Grave, we might have to do something different.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But, guys, I'm going to save my other announcement to the end.
Yeah, so
or should I do it now?
I don't know.
Hobo, don't let me find out. Don't let me find out. A drumming hobo.
If the hobo's a drummer, I'm gonna get him over here. We're gonna get in that garage and we're gonna make some music.
Elder said Lonnie said he's with him. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do the announcement. Let's get it out of the way.
Yeah, Lonnie said he'd drive up here to do another track.
Give Courtney pots and pans and fight. Yeah, that's right, Anthony. All right. I'm going to make my announcement, guys, and then we're going to get on to it because this is a paranormal podcast, not a music podcast.
Paranormal.
But I am going to officially announce this for everybody that's in the comments.
We might have to make it more than once.
I might make this announcement more than once. For those of you that know some of our adventures, we are hosting public events at the Miller-Clater House here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Miller-Clater.
Okay. If you don't have your own equipment, you prefer a more guided atmosphere, 10 out of 10, highly recommend hopping on one of Sean's public paranormal podcasts. Okay. I mean, paranormal podcast. Look, I read Anthony's comment. Paranormal podcast.
Paranormal.
Hop on Sean's public paranormal investigations. However, if you have a team, cough, cough, spirit-led paranormal, how many hats do you own, bro? You have no idea. I'm going to get right here in the camera to tell you guys. I had to buy this man a 30-count hat rack. You hear me? And he still has 3 outside of the hat rack. So the total, James, is 33. 33 big 10-gallon bucket military garb covered hats.
Hey, this one has a feather.
This, guys, I'm going to tell her.
It's got a big plume. Whoa,
an ostrich feather. You hear me? Ostrich.
Hey, don't touch.
Who? I can touch that.
Don't touch the hat.
No, hobo. Stop.
Don't.
Can I say my announcement?
Touch the hat. Get off it.
I will touch the hat. Why? Because I organize the hats.
Touch the hat.
Get off me. All right, guys. Serious. Are we okay? You want to get it out of your system? Control yourself. Because this is a big one, guys. This is a big announcement.
It's large.
The biggest, the largest. Okay. Yeah, start your own fashion podcast called Hats. Okay. You are okay, James. This is big. This is big. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, Sean has been so diligently holding public investigations at the Miller-Clater House, and they have been in such hot demand that we are officially, as of tonight, okay, currently taking bookings for private paranormal groups to come into Miller-Clater House and investigate. Okay, this is not a guided investigation. This is for teams that have their own equipment, want to test out new equipment, or just getting started, want to practice, whatever. We are doing 8 to 12 or 9 to 1 a.m. for one flat rate per person. Doesn't matter if you have 2, but the max, guys, that we recommend is right, like your sweet spot is right around 6 to 8. Okay. But if you have a larger team, 6, whatever, yes, hobo, you can come during the week. Spirit led. Send me a message. Currently, right now, I am booking. I have September. So Sean is still running his publics, guys, 2 times a month. So every other weekend that he's not running a public, or the following day, because he only runs his publics on Fridays, those will be open. So currently I'm taking bookings for September. And on and on and on. So if you want to book your private team for an investigation at the Miller-Clater House, send me a message. We'll get a date together. We'll put you down. We take cash or card. Does not matter. And a big portion of your money goes back to the Lynchburg Historical Foundation for preservation and renovation purposes. Yes, hobo. Send me a message. If you want to come during the week, we can facilitate that too. I prefer Thursdays. just because I could sleep in on Fridays. So, yes, $60 per person. 60 flat rate. Boom, done. Okay. Again, Miller Clater right now is in desperate need. For those of you that have been in there on any of our publics, desperate need of a new door. That door is from the house, the original house. The original house was built in 1791. So you can imagine you can't just go to Lowe's and pick that door up. We actually have to go to a cabinet maker and have it custom made. So you can imagine the lovely price behind that. I about choked when they told me. But we are helping them out. We're going to get them a new door, guys. Family rate? All right, James, no problem. Just for you, $60 a person. I see you looking, Sean. Anthony, Miller Clater is fantastic. Y'all don't want to miss out. Yes. And you know what, guys? I will start dropping some evidence videos. Okay. We have had some intelligent spirit box sessions, cat ball activity. This past weekend when we ran our public, every single piece of equipment was going off to the point where I got stressed out because I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. I really don't.
We need to talk about this weekend for a second. With
that's what activity. I was just going to lead you into is to tell everybody about that.
Because I got some. And now that Howie's in here, and let's see, Anthony's investigated it, Cody's investigated it so far.
Yep.
Daryl Paulette's in here; he's investigated it. So of course, before we do any investigations where we're going to charge people to do it, we have people come in and investigate it with us, and I will tell you that it's been very, very.
That's right.
Very interesting stuff happened. Now, thank you, Daryl. Howie was probably the first guy to come in there and investigate it with us.
Don't give too much info now.
I'm not. But the house has a certain area that seems to affect men. And it's only men. This weekend, I had a couple sign up on the public. I had 2 tours that night. The early tour was just 2 people, husband and wife. And the husband did not get affected at all in this area. In fact, he seemed excited, and he said, I'm just very excited. He said he was very anxious to investigate. But the wife was the one who caught those effects that affected Howie. I believe it was Alan that got affected the same way Howie did. Mm-hmm. I believe it was Anthony that got affected the same way. And it was just strange to me that it's been all men. We even invited a buddy of ours to come in who doesn't do anything paranormal. He just wanted to take a tour of the house and look around. He got affected in the same area of the house. So it's been all men, but this weekend, men weren't affected. It was the women. The second group that came in, it was a bigger group of people. The men did not get affected. It was the women. It was the females that were affected in that room.
So wait a minute. So you're telling me that Miller Clater pulled a reverse Uno card?
It's straight up reverse Uno and draw 4.
Damn. Not the draw 4.
Draw 4.
Hobo had to go outside twice, got sick to
That is right. That's right. Now I remember that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cody had to step outside, and it was weird. It's just weird. It did not affect the men this time. It was the women this go around. Miller Clater, I've been watching, for some reason, I was up late last night. We're doing late every night. But I got to watching people's content for some reason. And I'm watching how teams roll. I don't know if they really investigate this way or is it because they're YouTubers or what. But I was watching YouTube and I watched teams go into the locations and just set up a bunch of equipment and start asking questions. Miller Clater, you don't even need equipment. And I'm not just trying to sell this location. I have several people in here who's investigated. Just sit there and be quiet. The house will speak to you. It's one of those places that It doesn't need equipment. I don't need any equipment in Miller Clater. I don't even need my recorder. As much as I love going through my recorder, I don't really need it.
Badlands will be booking as soon as they get paid. Yes, send me a message. Miller Clater is interesting, guys, because Sean and Howie have this like ongoing joke that whenever I go into a location, for some reason, spirits flock to me. I don't know why. I think because I'm half crazy. Miller Clater, I've found myself sitting there and literally conversing with, I won't give away too many names or any names for that matter, but the Miller Clater was actually one of Sean's mom's first field trips in like kindergarten or first grade. They would take the students over there. Yeah. Most of the time I'm crazy.
I wonder if they still do that anymore.
They don't.
So sad.
We should get them involved.
We should get the schools back involved. I mean, it's Lynchburg's oldest standing house right now.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I might push for that. But anyway, guys, so, you know, there is one said spirit that I catch myself, even though I cannot see this person. It's a man. Even though I cannot see him, I find myself literally having a conversation as though he's sitting right there. And the other night, I didn't even tell you this, I caught myself pulling a chair out for him to sit down and have a conversation with me because Sean got a new piece of equipment and I wanted to like play with it and just see like how, you know, it worked. I'm over here talking to this man like he's just right here, like I'm talking to y'all. And I said, no wonder they flocked to me because I'm freaking, as Brian said, or as James said, rather, batshit crazy. Okay. So if you bring your crazy, the house is going to deliver. The land it sits on also holds old history, dark and light. Thank you for that, Cody. What about the sonar in the house, though?
Yeah, so we actually showed the video of what the sonar piece of equipment does. So a lot of houses that people go to, people are quick to run to where they think the hot spot in the house is. At Miller Clater, there is no hot spot. There is one area that seems to affect a group. I thought it was just men, and I'm not even going to be political correct here. It's white men that's older,
white people,
because it doesn't affect me at all in this area. I have no issues at all. I was in there. I've been up there by myself. With the house is complete. I was just up there yesterday by myself. We're actually starting renovations now.
What's up, Paul Fowler?
What's up, Paul Fowler?
North Carolina
in the house. Yeah. I was just up there by myself. We had a guy come out doing roof estimates for us, and I was there by myself. No issues in that room, and I purposely went back up there to that room by myself just to see if I could feel anything.
Oh, was anything moved?
Nothing was moved. Oh yeah, we got to talk about that. So it's. I thought it was just affecting one group of people, but apparently it flipped.
We got distracted.
And it's just, I don't know. It's the whole house is active, but the sonar that Cody, I believe, who was Anthony brought up, was literally downstairs in the tavern part of the house. And literally something kept walking past it, setting it off on command, answering direct questions. That's the part that gets least investigated. For some reason, people hang out there for about 5 minutes, and then they want to go straight upstairs.
And what's crazy about that, Sean, is that is the where do I always end up?
You are always at that kitchen, even when we first started investigating there.
Oh, I am drawn to the kitchen area.
Yeah.
For some reason, I will sit there. And there is a gentleman that seems to respond when I'm in there talking. I don't know who he is. I've gotten a name, so I have a pretty good idea. But then, I get a very strong male presence on the third floor as well. Second floor, really strong female presence.
I'm always drawn to the second floor, but I haven't gotten much activity. However, the night that Daryl Paulette and Alan was there, just to give y'all a quick insight, and then something recently happened there. The night Daryl and Alan was there, Naya, we had cut all the lights off in the house, locked the door, walked outside, and we get outside and notice the light had popped back on in the house. my mind didn't go to ghost. It went to somebody broke in the house or was in there and we didn't know it. So Nye volunteers to go back in by herself. And I'm like, well, what if somebody's in there? So I follow her in there. Nye says, whoa, the dress is moving. So I'm like, the dress is moving. I go upstairs, dress is moving. So I guess Alan and Daryl heard the commotion. They come up there. Well, I immediately pulled my recorder out and said, we started doing our thing. And all you could hear was footsteps go running past us after that.
So the crazy part about that dress, guys, is when we were investigating this past weekend, the group that we were investigating with pulled out Ghost Tube. Okay. I am on the fence about Ghost Tube. I've been on the fence for years. I think if you like it, I love it. I am not one, nor am I qualified to debunk any of y'all's evidence. If you use Ghost Tube and that is your go-to, like, by all means, have at it. If you know a trick or two to show me, I'm always willing to learn. But this group had Ghost Tube go in, and she said there is a stick figure mapping in the dress. Immediately, my scientific side pops up, and I say it's mapping the dress. But again, you like it, I love it. And I'm like, cool. So I put an EDI box. There's like a rocking chair in the corner, and I put an EDI box in the rocking chair, and on command, the geophone is going off when I'm in there by myself. It's going off when other people are in there and everybody's standing completely still. We start doing what we always do, which is jumping around, stomping. It's not setting the EDI box off. But for some reason, this EDI box is going off. Then there was a couple huge EMF spikes on the EDI box. So Sean goes and grabs his actual SLS camera, at which point, let's see, Daryl said Alan and I were able to see the dress move ourselves.
Yeah.
So at which point Sean grabs his SLS camera, points it towards the dress. He also is mapping a stick figure in the dress. So Sean's scientific side goes to, if you are standing in front of that dress, if that dress may be yours, whatever the case may be, can you pick your hand up and wave at me? And what happened?
The hand comes straight up on command, starts waving, holds the wave, then put it back down.
So then
I asked the second question.
Sean proceeds to ask another question, which blew everybody's mind. What did you ask?
The second one, I said, can you pick your foot up?
Oh, okay. So it's the third question.
I said, can you pick your right foot up and just lift it up for me? It picked its foot up, lifted its foot up, and started like kicking its foot out. So the third question is the one that blew everybody's mind.
Yes.
The third question was, can you step out of the dress or are you trapped in it? And when I said that, the stick figure literally stepped out of the dress.
Took a long step,
like it stretched all the way out.
Like it was a big daddy long leg.
Right.
Okay.
Stepped out of the dress and goes into the cradle.
Goes over towards the cradle.
Goes into the crib. Was it a cradle or a crib?
It's a crib,
okay,
technically, but they would have
the cradle's on the floor, right?
Yes, there's a miniature cradle. Yes.
So it stepped into the crib, and the stick figure is now in the crib, and there's no longer a stick figure in the dress. Now, I know where a lot of old school investigators go. The SLS camera is not good because of the technology behind it. But do you really know the technology behind it? You can say yes, I get it. But do you really? Can you right now, if I handed you all the materials, could you put it together and program it? I highly doubt it. And the reason why I say that is because there's so many different programs in an SLS camera. No two are usually the same. Even like when you're building the SLS camera, usually there's several different software you use, several different programs you can use. You might be able to build one and put one together, but I'm talking about from scratch, the camera itself to the programming to that. So me personally, again, before I actually used one, my second question to an investigator with doubt is, have you ever operated an investigation with one? And a lot of people will doubt stuff based on what they know about it, but until you physically operate and use one, it's the same way I felt about phone apps. For years, I would think, no. And then again, going back to what you said, I thought honestly her Ghost Tube was just mapping the dress. That's why I had to ask, can you wave? Can you pick your foot up? Can you step out of it? And I honestly did not expect for it to step out of the dress. When it did that, even I was at that point was like, well, okay. And the reason why I got my SLS camera, because I know what program my SLS is running, it's no voice command to it. You can't tell the stick figure to do anything. I don't know what GhostTube, I don't know what program they do. So GhostTube might be able to tell you that. But when I got my camera and see what, I know what my camera is capable of.
So let me ask all you guys in the comments. I want everybody to drop in the comment. Have you ever played Just Dance?
Just Dance. You'll be okay.
Okay. It's a game for Xbox. Just Dance. If you've played Just Dance, drop it in the comments for me. There's a point I'm trying to make here. Okay. Let's see who's played Just Dance. None of y'all? Y'all are old.
We only got like one 23-year-old in here. Everybody else is like 40 and up.
All right. Well, if you got kids, you at some point have seen Just Dance, especially girls, right? So it's a game that you use with an Xbox Connect. All right. Anybody, the reason that I am bringing this up is because if you've ever played Just Dance, the amount of disappointment that you get for not hitting a move is real. Okay. So Just Dance is designed to use an Xbox Connect, which essentially is the same thing that is on an SLS camera. Most of them build them with a tablet and an Xbox Connect. Okay. So what it is they play a song, they are motioning the dance moves, whatever they are, Vogue, whatever, and they are tracking your every movement. So if it says to punch, it's looking for the punch right then and there. If it says to wave your hands in the air, it's looking for your hands to wave in the air. If you do not hit one of those right when it tells you to do it, it does not pick it up and you get like an X, like you got the move wrong.
Yeah.
So essentially, if you are utilizing an Xbox Connect to build an SLS camera, it's looking for that movement that is going on. If it doesn't pick up any said movement, it's not going to map on your SLS camera. Okay. My thing is it's got to be, so it's designed, to break it down for everybody, it's designed by shooting a buttload of like infrared lasers out at you and tracking your motion, like Anthony just said. All right. So if nobody is standing there and it tracks something, I have so many questions to that, because that means somebody's standing there. We just can't see them with our own two eyes.
Hey, Grand Time.
Grand Time.
Now, will it map things that are in the shape or resemble a person? Absolutely.
It can. Yeah.
It can. It can map patterns. It can map things. But again, it does not have, at least the program that my SLS has. I can't speak for all of them because they're all different. But if the program I have, you cannot have any voice command to command the stick figure. It's literally mapping something. And
it does.
It does, yeah.
That is correct. So be mindful when using the SLS, guys, that you're not pointing it at a mirror or a window that has like
a shadow.
Or a shadow, correct. Seeing a stick figure on SLS always reminds me of a tuning diagram. Pretty much. What's up, Michelle Wilfon?
Hey, Michelle.
Welcome in. So do you have an SLS or an XLS?
Both, actually.
What is the difference?
Good question. To be honest with you, operating with both, I don't see a difference in them. I really don't. And I honestly am not going to sit here and try to make up a bunch of stuff to sound intelligent, because I truly don't know the difference between the two of them.
Okay. I feel you on that. So the primary difference between an SLS and an XLS camera is that SLS uses a basic structured light sensor to project to 2D and 3D infrared dot grid, while the XLS is an upgraded version with a wider field view and a finer depth processor. Both are modified gaming sensors. Like I said, both of them use the Xbox Connect. What's up, Supernatural Untold Stories?
What's up, Chris?
Again, modified gaming sensors used in ghost hunting to turn infrared shapes into stick figures. So SLS uses an older Microsoft Xbox Kinect structured light sensor to throw like an invisible infrared dot pattern. And an XLS is marketed as an expanded light sensor.
So technically, there is no difference.
Correct. Acting as an evolutionary step up from your classic SLS.
Right.
The difference between them is typically you can get an SLS for around $300. An XLS, you're upwards in $500. If we slap the word upgraded on it, bam, you're going to pay the $500. But essentially, like Sean said, they are both designed to do the same thing. With that being said, if you are utilizing an SLS or an XLS on any investigation and you ask what you think is spirit to do a basic command, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, and the stick figure goes, like, chances are you're dealing with something paranormal. Okay. And I got corrected the other day by somebody that said, why is everything just automatically paranormal when it comes to ghost hunting? And I loved it. And I said, what is the definition of the word paranormal? That was my question. The word paranormal means something that's freaking not normal. So therefore, it's paranormal. If something strange happens, like a stick figure picks up its hand, picks up its foot, does the hokey pokey and turns itself around, at that point, that's something I can't explain, and it's something that's just simply not normal. So therefore, it is paranormal. Supernatural. If you all like what you're watching, make sure y'all hit that like and share button. Thank you so much.
And I will follow that with, if you like what you see here, go over and follow Supernatural Untold Stories. That man creates amazing content.
Yes.
And he's one hell of an investigator.
Chris Mendak.
Oh, Chris Mendes.
I'd be like, this damn stick figure is breakdancing. Anthony, we've seen it. So check this out.
Yeah.
Another incident of SLS evidence that we got was actually at Old City Cemetery. When we went into the pest house, Sean had his SLS camera, and anybody that's been inside or been on one of our investigations that we did inside the pest house, it's staged. It's a staged medical office. So one room is painted all black and has two like pads on the floor where like a wounded soldier would lay on top of sand. And I'm not going to get into the whole nitty gritty history of the sand, but essentially the sand was to tone down smell. Okay. And reduce infection. All right. The black paint in the room was to help people that suffered from things like migraine, seizures, anything like that. But when he was utilizing the SLS, it actually mapped a figure on one out of the two like pads on the floor. And it was crawling around in a very erratic motion, like it was hurt, like it was like just suffering. And anybody who knows the history of the pest house knows it was used as a Civil War field hospital. It was an actual practicing medical office during the Civil War. So that did not surprise me at all that he mapped a figure on the floor. It looked like it was breakdancing. The sand is like cat litter on oil spills. It was an absorbent. Yes, correct. But the reason that Dr. Terrell, however you want to explain it, or pronounce it rather, used it was to tone down the smell at the end of the day. Okay. So lots of good information about SLS and XLS cameras. I am going to vote and put your vote in the comments for me down below. I'm a vote SLS and XLS technology is designed to capture what I would say is a spirit.
I think it definitely can when used correctly. I see especially on these content creating things, using it the wrong way, which is walking around pointing it all over the room.
What's up, Revered Wolf?
Hey, what's going on? I see him walking around pointing it, canning around, and if you're doing that on here, yeah, I'm talking to you too. Don't, if you get easily offended, I'm sorry, but you gotta tell the truth. You know, I will tell people there's so many people who's embarrassed to admit they use it. James said I have an SLS video from Scott County Jail set to Michael Jackson.
Can I interrupt you? I want to touch on something you just said, just because I'm about to lose it. You just said so many people are embarrassed to use it. And I want to say that, guys, the reason that people are embarrassed to use certain pieces of equipment is because of certain a-holes on social media that will sit there and troll everybody's posts, all of their evidence, call it fake, call it demonic, call it dabbling with the devil and occult and things like that, to the point where you have pushed paranormal investigators to not actually share their content. And that to me is pathetic.
Yeah.
Okay. We just recently dealt with a troll. We deal with them all the time. The crazy thing is, guys, you wouldn't come and say that to my face. I'm not saying I'm bad. I'm just saying you guys are keyboard warriors. Okay. Yeah. If you think that somebody's doing something jacked up, call them out or help them out.
Or just ask them.
Or ask them.
Just simply ask. Right? All you do is just say, hey, I saw your video. I've got a few questions. But really,
correct.
Who are you to ask questions about somebody else's evidence? Were you there? Did you see it? Did you see it for yourself? And then even if they do fake it.
Oh, that's so great.
Outstanding. But even if they do fake it, now what? So somebody put a fake video out there. What I will say is this, though.
I'm not aggressive. I'm just saying.
What I will say is, I promise you we're the least aggressive people out there.
I promise.
Well, what I will say is that, there's a lot of people who I meet who will hold their head down and be like, I have this app or I have this piece of equipment. I just look at them and smile and say, you ain't got to be embarrassed. I personally have a lot of this equipment that people are embarrassed to talk about. I don't care what people think of my investigative skills. I don't care what people think about what I use. I don't care what people.
This is true.
Yeah, I really don't care about what other investigators say. What you do, whatever you do that works for you, use it. The SLS camera. Oh. Yeah, Howie. Let's get to that part next. So, if you happen to use a SLS, just make sure you're using it correct. Sit it still. If you're moving it around the room, you're going to find a stick figure on some kind of design on the wall, or it's going to map something it's not supposed to. It needs to sit completely still against the object with no pattern or design.
Same with the K2. I want to bring that one up, guys. Okay, please, please, please don't let me see you walking around like this with your cell phone in your pocket.
I mean, you're more than welcome to. If that's how you decide.
But I am going to help you. I am going to help you and explain, hey, maybe try putting your phone on
he said it's all
airplane mode or something like that. But I show, prior to our Publix, I show people, if you're holding a K2 in your hand like this and you hit it, it spikes to red. Okay. So I do have holders. Anybody that's on how he said, and get your damn K2 off the flipping floor. A lot of these independent teams, guys, check them out. Check out their storefronts and things like that. Etsy shop sells them. They make K2 holders that you can set stationary, and this is a remote, not a K2, guys, but set stationary, set your K2 in it and leave it. Okay. If at that point you're getting evidence, you're not near it, on a live feed or on your phone or getting Facebook notifications, texting your side piece, whatever y'all do, then, hey, you could potentially have some solid K2 evidence. I've seen it. I've gotten it. I believe in a K2. Anthony said, I unashamedly use Spirit Talker and Necrophonic on my phone. I've got those too. I use them. I use Spirit Talker sparingly.
That's the only one we're going to disagree on right there. Spirit Talker.
I use it sparingly. Again. Okay. If I'm in a location, we can disagree about it. We can disagree. But we were also in the graffiti house, gotten shot.
Ambrose.
Yeah. That is not even a word that I've seen on Spirit Talker, guys. It's not even a word I've seen. Ambrose it was two, not just one, two Civil War generals.
Hill and Burnside.
Okay. So that's very bizarre to me. All right.
Appreciate it, Daryl. I promise you, I do not know what I'm doing when I investigate, though.
I'm gonna catch up on.
I just do stuff to try to get evidence.
I've been in this field for nearly 40 years. I've worked with people like Lorraine Warren, and I worked at the Pennsylvania State let me start over. Pennsylvania State Paranormal Research Society. You're going to get criticism. It's a part. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. That's why I like investigating with you, Sean. It makes me feel like I know what I'm doing.
I learned from Daryl.
Five Below sells cell phone tri-holders that perfectly hold your K2. The more you know.
Thank you, Howie, for that one.
Thank you, because I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Dope, and I'm going to go
That's
get
where
some.
I'm going tomorrow.
You know? People should essentially go around and do a base reading prior to the investigation so they know what environmental factors might be contributing to EMF spikes they are finding.
Good tip.
I want to touch on that for a second. And I brought this up recently at one of my recent public events. I told them the story of the Exchange Hotel. All right. Anybody that's ever been in the Exchange Hotel, when they're giving you their little walk around spiel, they tell you about the center room that affects women and only women. No women can stay in there. Everybody, all the women get run out, experiencing nausea, headaches, dizziness. They get extremely tired. They have to exit the room. It runs them out of there every time. Where's the first place I went? Like a dummy. To that room. Come to find out, that is where the nurses would stay. That was their sleeping quarters. So I sat in there for a hot minute, and within about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I start feeling like the room is spinning. I feel like I'm about to throw up. I genuinely felt like motion sickness. I suffer from migraines anyway, so I've got meds on deck. And immediately a migraine comes on. Fast, quick, steady. I sat there and I put my hand on my head, and I said to myself, what is causing this? I remember sitting there. I was by myself doing a solo in this room. What is causing this? What is causing this? I kept saying it. Immediately, I yelled through the entire Exchange Hotel, Sean, grab your tri-field. Okay. When Sean came in there with the tri-field, this thing was off the charts. All right. High EMF can cause disorientation in a haunted location. Okay. High EMF can cause people to think their location's haunted, and it's not. It's high EMF. Things that we use every single day, guys, put off astronomical amounts of EMF, cell phones being one of them. Your simple alarm clock next to your head, a telephone, like a cordless telephone, pretty much everything we use on a day-to-day basis emits high levels of EMF. Let's see. Howie said, yes, Rev, yes. The K2 meter especially detects electromagnetic fields and electromagnetic radiation. Yes. Okay. Often people call themselves investigators but do not understand the science, even though their equipment was never designed to detect ghosts, but energy and frequency, which we believe is what spirits are made up of. As Nikola Tesla pointed out, think of the universe in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, and his discoveries came from the early periodic table of elements, which had ether. Mic drop, Rev. Good job. Yes, EMF poisoning, Howie. That's exactly it. So this explains why, and I did a podcast previous, so I'm not going to go into this big, deep ordeal, but I did a bunch of research on how EMF affects both females and males, and it is very, very different. Men are generally compiled of like stronger, muscular, things like that women don't have. And so I do believe that EMF will affect a female a lot quicker than it would, say, a male. Okay. Which explains why a woman would get ran out of that room. Not to say or discredit the Exchange Hotel and that room. That's just what I noticed in there. Within 6 minutes, I'm ready to run out of this room ill. Like I felt like I was in a car going up and down a mountain for like 97 hours. Like it was motion sickness. I felt terrible. Got out of the room, got some fresh air. About 10 minutes later, I'm good to go. Your spirit is made of ether. Ether can maintain its own electrical current and frequency. But when you die, the energy is released from the vessel. That's why hospitals use electricity to bring you back.
I just feel like when it comes to there's so much more to investigating than equipment. And here lately, I've been finding myself using way less equipment when I'm investigating. Way less. I do more sitting and listening now than I've ever done before. I do way more just what I'm getting feeling wise and connecting mentally than equipment. None of this equipment is really designed to catch ghosts. It's a lot of it is more.
I can't trap them?
No, it's more entertaining than anything. And I tell people the K2, the little lights on them, they're very entertaining. They're great when they blink and light up and do all that fancy stuff. But are they really detecting ghosts? And that's one thing when we were talking about Miller Clater, is that you don't need a bunch of equipment to experience something in there. I remember prior to opening Miller Clater for Investigation, Howie asked me, he said, with this location, do you even feel comfortable opening this to the public just because of what activity was going on there and what he had experienced there? And at that point, I said yes, because I feel people who are really seeking paranormal activity should experience paranormal activity. And we do give a very thorough safety disclaimer as well. And we try to teach people and explain to people each public that I take the opportunity to explain safety precaution with investigating. If you're going to do this, this isn't watching your favorite YouTuber just run through a house screaming and hollering. This is very real stuff that we're dealing with out here. You have to protect yourself and you have to use precaution. But the ghost, as you call it, is made of ether. So when it spontaneously appears in a location, you kept the imaginary EVP, which is otherwise imagery. I don't know why I read that wrong. Frequencies such as white and pink noise spectrum. Interesting stuff. This is more science to it. There's more science to it than there is just turning up the location to capture voices and pictures and videos. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with all that. I believe, I tell people all the time, you can't have paranormal without science and you can't have it without history.
True.
The ether was removed from the periodic table of elements in 1903 by the Rothschilds when they took over academia. Yeah,
Rev, those are awesome points.
Very awesome points.
For sure. But, for those of you that are just tuning in, I will go ahead and make the announcement one more time. Miller Clater House is now officially open for teams to come and investigate. If you are interested, shoot me a message. I will shoot you back some of the available dates that we have open. We are already starting to book, guys. We're doing either 8 to 12 or 9 to 1, $60 a person. And a big chunk of your money goes back to the Lynchburg Historical Foundation for renovation and preservation purposes. Right now, we are busting tail trying to get the Miller Clater House a new door. Anybody who has been to the Miller Clater House knows the front door is falling apart. Like, it's falling apart, and we can't just go out and pick a 1791 door out of a catalog. We have to actually have it specially made. And because it is on the National Registry and the DHR, we have to go through all the proper channels to have this perfectly restored back to its original state. So that is a very lengthy and costly project that we are helping the foundation achieve through Paranormal. So if you are interested in booking Miller Clater for you and your team, send me a message or an email at hillcityghosts, plural, @gmail.com. Or send me a DM on Facebook.
Before we wrap this up, I would like to take a moment of silence.
Yes.
We did lose a fellow investigator this week.
And a fellow podcaster.
And a fellow podcaster as well. Vibing with Jerry.
Vibe time
with Jerry. I said vibing.
Hey, everybody who got in her podcast was vibing.
Everybody was vibing.
So yeah, we are vibing with Jerry right now.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to just take a moment of silence in remembrance for Jerry Reyes. Some of you guys know her from podcasts, like Sean said, Vibe Time with Jerry. She was also a really dear friend to a lot of people in the paranormal community. So I'm just going to take a moment of silence and have her rest in peace. All righty. Thank you guys, everybody that took a moment of silence. Whenever we lose one in the paranormal world, it affects us all. So not to get, all sad on everybody, but we did definitely sustain a loss this week. All right. So thank you, Rev, for your condolences. Rev, thank you for breaking the ice there. All my friends are dead too. I enjoy talking to ghosts, and I know that a lot of you guys were very, very, very close to Jerry, and I have no doubt that she is going to come through your equipment heavy. Let's see. Court Mima gave me a metal windmill that's designed with stars representing my dearly departed best friend who loved the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to paint it purple in memory of Greg's favorite color. I love that. That is a phenomenal idea. Thank you, Ma. Interestingly, when my last friend died, I had some stinky weed in his pocket before he was cremated.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Lord.
That is awesome, by the way.
Hiding weed in his pocket is great. That's phenomenal. But yes, guys, let's see. After his passing, I was sitting in my house watching TV and the smell came out of nowhere. Oh, he was smoking in the afterlife. 10 out of 10. Y'all, I really truly believe that the afterlife, is one big giant party. I really do. Because we've got, if you really break it down, Sean, we've got some hell of a musicians up there.
Oh, yeah.
Actors, actresses, comedians. I mean, I feel like I would want to sit in that VIP area. 10 out of 10. And then you got all the hippies.
Yeah.
That passed away. Man, it's a whole smoke fest. Everybody's vibing with Jerry right now up there, guys. I love it. The smell was transient. I tracked it around my house. There was none in my house. That experiment proves that smells attached to ether as well. Good point. But guys, we are getting ready to wrap this up. Sean, I just want to give a shout out really quick, guys, to Sean. Sean has put a lot of effort into the Miller-Clater house, guys, the restoration and the renovation project that's going over there and, hosting these public events. So we're busy shouting out our tour guides and everybody else that I wanted to take a moment and shout out Sean for all of his science that's put behind each investigation that he hosts. He really does host this. I'm not just saying this because he's sitting here. I mean, he might have a knife under the table, but as he's as he's sitting here, I do want to give a shout out. Sean really genuinely believes in his craft and is very good at his craft. Some of us are ghost hunters, others are paranormal investigators. Sean is 100% what I would consider a paranormal investigator.
Well, thank you.
Me, I'm a ghost hunter, y'all, all day long. I've said it here. I'll say it again. As Rev said, all my friends are dead. I want to talk to all the ghosts, all of them. So
thanks, Wolf. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for all your insight as well.
Yes. Thank you. And
thanks,
make sure
James,
you give your loved ones an extra big hug. Tomorrow is never promised, guys. But you know what is promise?
Yes. Quoted by the late, great Thomas J. Stonewall Jackson.
Give him the bayonet was by Stonewall?
That was Stonewall. Give him the bayonet.
So who said, fix bayonets was Chamberlain, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just knew something about some bayonets.
You're learning. Good job.
I know. I'm so proud of myself right now, guys. Anyway, guys, you know what is promised? Every Friday and Saturday, Hill City Tours will be open and operational. If you want to jump on one of our tours, hillcityafterdark.com. Links in the banner. And special shout out to the Riff Nation Network. Y'all head on over and listen to the freaking awesome paranormal show. And you are my awesome, amazing SW.
Mom, I love you.
Aww.
You're my number one supporter.
Yes, Mom is our number one supporter. But guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Courtney.
I'm Sean.
And we'll see you
on the other side.
On the other side.